Hello students, welcome to the course Verilog HDL. In the previous video, we started off with the discussion of 4-bit adder using a data flow operators, right? So in this video, we'll look at the second method of building an carry look ahead adder. Okay, so what is the specialty? So there is a clear cut difference between a ripple carry adder and carry look ahead adder. Okay, so in ripple carry adder, so the final output should wait for the previous full adder should give the output, right? So after that its carry will be forwarded to next full adder. So hope you recall the design. Okay, but the name itself says here carry look ahead. That means, so here the carry of the individual full adder does not depend on the previous full adder. So carry will be generated in a separate block. Okay, so carry generator block, and that carry will be propagated. Okay, so there will be a two signals will come here, carry generate and propagate. So that will take care of the carries, and you can do the addition at a time for any n bit adder. Here we are taking example of 4-bit adder. So but you can design any n bit adder. So because of this, what will happen is delay is get reduced. Okay, in the ripple carry adder, if you are building an n bit full adder, maybe 16-bit or 32-bit full adder, so that much delay will be involved. So that is 4 into 32 something. Okay, but here since we are generating the carry in the separate block and we are giving at a time, so overall carry is same. That is not going to change as you increase the number of bits of the full adder. Okay, so that's why this is normally used in all the algorithms in industries everywhere. Okay, so this is the method. So in ripple carry adders, the carry must propagate through the gate levels before the sum is available at the output terminals. Okay, and n bit ripple carry adder will have 2n gate levels. Okay, so if it is 4, 2 into 8, 8 gate levels. It is 16, 2 into 16, 32 gate levels. So that much delay it is involved. The propagation time can be a limiting factor on the speed of the circuit. So it is in term depends on the speed. Okay, so final output you should wait. Okay, so what happens in carry look ahead adder? Okay, so carry look ahead adders, so just you see the block diagram, so you'll get an idea. So carry is does not depend on previous full adder. Okay, so carry is generated in a separate block, and that it will be given to individual how many full adders are there, that many, and they will do the just 1-bit addition. Okay, so that's why their delay is not varying, it is a constant. One of the most popular methods to reduce delay is to use a carry look ahead mechanism. So logic equations for implementing the carry look ahead mechanism can be found in any logic design book. Okay, so this is you have done in maybe digital system design, or maybe you can Google it, so you will get the design. But for your reference, so I have collected that and I have discussing that in the beginning here. In book, if you go Verilog HDL book, what you have, so their design and all they will not give. Okay, so just they will give the program Verilog HDL, because you have assumption that you have studied logic design, so your reference is your part. Okay, so but for your reference I have done that part here, design I will discuss first, and then we will consider the programming part. Okay, the propagation delay is reduced to 4 gate levels irrespective of the number of bits in the adder. So this is the advantages of carry look ahead adder. The propagation delay is constant. Okay, it is a 4 gate levels. Okay, so it is 4 gate levels. The gate levels may be because of the carry generate and propagate. Okay, because of that. Okay, not then other. So any number of bits you can design, 32 bit, 64 bit, 128 bit, 1k bit, any number of bits you can design the adder with a same 4 gate levels. Whereas in ripple carry it is going to multiply. Okay, as you change the number of bits. Next, so first we will consider the design and then Boolean expression for that design. Okay, and then we'll consider the Verilog description for a carry look ahead adder is shown. And this module can be substituted in place of the full adder modules described before without changing any other component of the simulation. So in the last video, we have shown you the 4-bit full adder using data flow operators. Just you have used one assign statement, that is sum comma cout, cout comma sum, you have concatenation you have used, and you have just written a plus b plus c in, right? So in the same block, if you remove that assign block and this black can be placed over there, the carry look ahead mechanism you can place over, so its efficiency will be improved. Okay, so that's why this is called as method 2. Okay, and the simulation also, stimulus module and simulation output also same thing, you can copy what we have done in gate level design. Okay, so that's why that part also I'm not considering, I'm considering the design, okay, of the carry look ahead adder Okay, and then the program how it will change. Okay, the simulation results will be unchanged. Okay, and the whatever design, it is the same. First logic symbol or IO diagram, and then the truth table because it is required. Then equation wise it is going to change. So that part I am going to explain you, because we are checking with operators now. So that's why Boolean expression is the our main goal here. Okay, so understanding that is our main goal. Okay, these are some of the theory part before I begin with the design. Actually in exam and all, you no need to explain all these things. If they are mentioned what is the difference, only then. But normally you have to write the programming. For that, from design part is enough. Okay, so this is from where you have to start. Okay, so this is the 4-bit carry look ahead adder here. So just if you see, same as ripple carry adder, you have the 4 1-bit full adders. Okay, and the signals are same: a0, b0, a1, b1, a2, b2, a3, b3. And initially we have the c0. C0 is equivalent to your c in input. Okay, and the carry, so some will be same, some s0, s1, s2, s3 we used to have. Carry, we used to give output of this carry will be given to this next full adder in the case of ripple carry. But now what we are doing, so we have a completely different block here. Okay, a 4-bit ripple carry look ahead. So this is the generator block. So what it will take here is, so it will have the p0 and g0. So p stands for propagate and g stands for g0. Okay, how this will come p and g, I will show you with the equations. The same full adder 1-bit full adder equation, it is modified for n-bit full adder, and in that substitution we have made p and g. Okay, so that is also looking at the functionality from the truth table, the same how we can design in different manner. Okay, so this p0 g0 is generated, and that will be used to generate the carry c1. Okay, so then p1 g2, p1 g1, p2 g2, p3 g3. So these are propagate and generate signals. First we have to generate, then we have to write the carry c1, c2, c3 and c4. So c4 is nothing but the final out here, so c out. Okay, so finally we can assign it. So these two things. Okay, c0 to c4 are there. C0 is nothing but the initial c in, normally it is 0, and c4 is the final c out. Okay, from the 4-bit full adder, and these are sum. Okay, s0, s1, s2, s3, it depends on how many number of bits you are using. Okay, fine. So just we'll go with the design. So this is the block diagram for 4-bit carry look ahead adder. Very simple. Okay, so now we'll try to understand this p and g, how it came. Okay, so this is the truth table we have looked at in all the 4-bit full adder design. Same thing we are referring. Okay, so what is different we are looking at here is we are generating the carry here. Okay, so if you see the first 3 combinations 0 0 0 0 0 1 and 0 1 0, here carry is 0, the thing, but there is no carry propagation. Okay, there is no carry generation or propagation, as well as in 0 1 0 0 combination. Okay, so carry is not there. Whereas in 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1, so you have the 1, that means there is a carry generation is there. Okay, so carry is generated. So how this is generated, from which equation it is generated, so that we'll look at. Okay, so this is the same truth table. I'm not going to explain again. In the previous video also I have explained. So this is our interesting part here. Okay, so how we design a 4-bit or 16-bit or 32-bit 64-bit carry look ahead adder. Any number of bits you can do if you know this basic equation. Okay, so you are familiar with 1-bit full adder now, so just focus on 1-bit full adder. So what is the equation you got after writing truth table? So this is we have discussed in gate level also. The first equation, sum equal to a xor b xor c in. So I didn't get the symbol properly in the word. Okay, I have used this. Okay, so this is actually the symbol. Okay, so while copying down, you write the xor symbol. Okay, a xor b xor c in was there, right? And c out was, okay, a dot b. Just refer the gate level modeling. If you have the video, just you can refer. Then it is a xor b into c in, or c in into a xor b you got, right? So this is the basic expression if you know. So no need to by heart this here. Okay, so if you know the truth table, so you'll get this expression. Okay, so either two expression you'll get for c out. One is ab, pc and c in. Another is this one. Okay, so if you use two full adder, half adders and one OR gate, if you use, you will get this design. Okay, so that's why no need to by heart. So just expression will come from truth table will come from logic symbol. So that you should have. So now in this expression, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the propagate and generate signal. Okay, So just if we see, in sum I have a XOR b, right? I have a XOR b, and in cout also I have a XOR b. Okay, and in cout I have another a dot b here. Okay, so this, okay, we call it as pi. Okay, so a XOR b, we will substitute it as pi. So the symbol I am not getting properly, that's why I have used this. So you consider this as XOR symbol. Okay, XOR, and dot means and, okay, plus means or. So this is substituted as pi, and a dot b is nothing but the carry generated, carry propagating, right? So this is ci. So carry generated in this case, carry propagated in this case. Okay, so pi and ci. So this is, so if we substitute these two, so what you will get, the sum, the new value of sum will be getting. So I will write it as si, because I have to extend this to now any n bit adder. Okay, so here in this case 4-bit full adder I am discussing, so that's why this sum I will rename it as si. So this is for 1-bit full adder, whatever we have discussed these two equations. Now I am extending that concept to 4-bit. So I will call that si now with respect to that diagram, and then this is pi XOR ci. So this c in I will write it as ci. Okay, then ci plus 1, this cout I will write it as ci plus 1 with respect to that diagram again, because last we will get c4, right? That is 3 plus 1. Okay, that is equal to, here, sorry, I have made mistake, ci, no, it is gi. Okay, generating. So gi it is, okay, not ci already then. So gi I will substitute a dot b, and a XOR b is pi already is there, I have written pi first, and c in I have substituted ci. Okay, so this is the equation. If you remember also, you can build any n bit carry look ahead adder. Okay, so si equal to pi ci, and ci plus 1 equal to gi plus pi ci. So what is the value of I here? It depends on the number of bits. I equal to 0 1 up to n minus 1. Okay, 0 I up to n minus 1, that is the formula. This is the write down. Okay, I value I have not written. So what will happen here? So if you have 4-bit adder, so then it is up to 3, 0 1 2 3. That's why s0, s1, s2, s3. Just look at the previous block diagram. If you have noted down, it is 3, right? Similarly, with respect to here, p0, c0, p1, c1, p2, c2, p3, c3, like that it will do the operation. Okay, so here c0 is nothing but c in only, you have to understand. Then ci plus 1 means what? Carry generated, right? So that's why it is c1, 0 plus 1 c1. So that is the output of the first full adder. C1 equal to g1 plus p1 c0. Here c0 will come, that is the previous carry. Okay, so this is the generating. So similarly, you can do it for up to 4-bit. You can extend it to 8-bit if you know this I equation. Okay, in 8-bit, what will happen here? 0 to 7, 16-bit 0 to 15, 32-bit 0 to 31, 64-bit 0 to 63, 128-bit 0 to 127. Like that, any number of carry lookup adder you can design. Hope it is clear. So now this is what substituted I have written here. This one we have to generate first. Pi is equal to a XOR bi, and gi equal to ai dot bi. Okay, so if 4-bit full adder, so I will vary from 0 to 3. So you need to generate 4 propagate signals, P0, P1, P2, P3, which is nothing but A0 XOR B0, A1 XOR B1, A2 XOR B2, A3 XOR B3. And GI is nothing but A0 dot B0. So I have not written this part. Okay, so directly I have taken the programming part, so there it will understand, but you can write here. Okay, so I suggest you to write down this value, whatever I am explaining here. Okay, P0 is equal to A0 B0. Okay, A0 XOR B0, P1 equal to A1 XOR B1, P2 equal to A2 XOR B2, P3 equal to A3 XOR B3. Similarly, GI means G0. Okay, G0 equal to A1 dot A0 dot B0, G1 equal to A1 dot B1, G2 equal to A2 dot B2, G3 equal to A3 dot B3. Okay, so these 4 you write down. Okay, I have not written down. Fine. Similarly, SI also you have to write. Okay, S not equal to, after writing this, before that we have to generate the carry. Okay, so in the next slide I will show you this carry generation. So remember this equation, ci plus 1 equal to gi plus pi dot ci. Okay, using this I am going to generate the c1, c2, c3, okay, and c4. That is the 4 signals we are going to generate. So first one Ci. So Ci is I equal to 0 I have substituted. That's why C1 equal to Gi means G naught plus P naught and Cin. So I have written Cin only. Okay, because no need to confuse here. So that's why Cin only written. In program also we'll write Cin only. Okay, no issues here because it is C naught, right? Instead of writing C naught, we'll write Cin. Then C2. That means what? I is 1 now. So that is 1 plus 1 became 2 here. So here G I, that is G1 plus P1 C1 will come. I plus 1. So 0 plus 1. Okay. So it is 1. So now we will substitute what? This C1 value. Okay. In here. So if you substitute that G1 plus P1 into G0, directly I have written this. Okay. So G0 plus P0 C in, directly I have multiplied with P1. P1 into G0, then P1 P0 C in. Understood? So this is the second carry. Then third carry C3, which is nothing but equation, same equation, Ci plus 1 equal to Gi plus Pi C in. So now I value is 2. So 2 plus 1 here becomes 3. So I value is 2 here. That's why G2 and P2 and C2. Okay. Now what we have to do, this C2 I have to substitute in this equation and I have to multiply with P2. Directly I have written this equation. Okay. So G2 plus P2 G1, P2 G1. This equation I am multiplying this equation. Okay. P2 G1, then P2 P1 G0, then P2 P1 P0 C. Okay. So hope you have understood this equation also. As it increases, so you will get the number of expression getting complex. Next we have I equal to 3, last case. 3 plus 1 is C4. Here we have G3 and P3 C3. So now you can tell me. So what we have to do? Okay. So what we have to do? We have to substitute for this C3 from previous one. This carry generation. Okay. So substitute that and multiply with P3. So G3 is there individual. This one will be there. Then P3 into this signal G2, P3 P2 G1, P3 P2 P1 G0, then P3 P2 P1 P0 C here. So what you see in this equation, Cin is there in all the carry generation. Okay. So that's why Cin is taken in the first. Okay. So taking Cin, so we have built the how many carries required. So this is 4-bit. That's why up to C4 I have written. If it is 8-bit, you have to extend now. C5, C6, C7, C8. Okay. 16-bit till C16. Understanding this? Okay. So once you understand generated this one, so now you can write the sum equation. That also I have not written. It is left to you. Okay. So what was that? Pi XOR Ci, right? So Pi XOR Ci. So Pi is there. We have done. Okay. So that with respect to S naught, you have to write P naught XOR C1, right? So I equal to what is that equation? What you have that accordingly. That means here this is C in. Okay. First case it is C in. So S1 equal to P1 XOR C1. C1 is generated here, that it will take. S2 equal to P1 C2, this it will take. Next S3 P3 XOR C3. Okay. So then C4 is the final carry, right? So it is the C out actually. C4 is equal to C out. So this is the design part. As I told you, it is available in your Google, Wikipedia, all these resources. Same thing I have copied here. Okay. And I have tried to explain here. Okay. So now this, what we'll do, now we use the data flow description. So just it is AND gate, right? So AND gate will use the AND operator, OR gate will use the OR operator. Okay. So with that, we'll design this carry look ahead adder. So now we are going to see the Verilog description part. Okay. So starting part won't change. Okay. So module name full add 4, sum cout ABC in. This is not going to change. Same. Then output 4-bit, then output Cout, then input 4-bit 3 is to 0 A comma B, input C. So this is not going to change for any full adder design. Okay. So since it is 4 adder, I have written 3 is to 0. If they change it to 8-bit, you have to change here 7 is to 0. Okay. So that is careful. So these are additional here. Why? Because we have generated this additional as a things, right? So P0, G0, P1, G1, P2, G2, P3, G3. This you can declare it as vectors also. Okay. So programming, I have used vector. I think maybe this is going to wrong. I think. See, we'll see what we have done. Then these are carry signals C4, C3, C2, C1. Okay, fine. So C0 I have not written. Why? Because I can use the C in only directly. Okay, C4 I will assign as C out at the end. Okay, so now we'll write these first, generate and propagate signals P0 and G0. Okay, as it is I have used. And also I mentioned that assign statement you can use 4 here, right? So just if you use semicolon here, you need to write one more assign here. Okay, if you use semicolon here, you have to write one more assign here. Okay, one more assign here if you use the semicolon here. Okay, but instead what I have done, using the comma operator, all the assign, no, that's why I have written only one assign here. So meaning it is all the 4 are assign statements only with comma I have used. So that's why I have written in next line. Actually it is all single line only you can write. Okay, when you have used comma you can write it in single line also, no issues. Even in with semicolon also you can write assign p not equal to a not x or b not semicolon assign, like that you can write. But readability is there, no, in programming. For that we will write like this. Okay, so first 4 signals I told you to generate, that I have written in vector form, because even b1 we have used vectors. This is we have taken as it is for 4-bit. But if as you are increasing the number of bits, you have to take this also vectors. Okay, p of 0, p of 1, p of 2, p of 3, like that you are able to write it. Okay, fine. So the logic understanding is very important. Okay, so then a1 xor b1 a2 xor whatever expression you have written, now we have used operators. So xor operator I have used here, no other changes. So what you had there xor symbol, I have changed the corresponding verilog data flow operator. Then g computation we have and there, right? So multiplication is there, g not equal to a not b not, so that's why ampersand has come. C here comma I have used it. Okay, g1 equal to a1 and b1, g2 equal to a2 and b2, g3 equal to a3 and b3. Okay, so a of 3 b of 3 we have written because we have a b are declared as vectors, whereas this we have taken as straight away signals previously. Okay, so these two you have understood. This is generate and propagate signals. Okay, so next we will generate the carry signal. Okay, so that is c1 c2 c3 that big expression we have written, no, that we try to use with operators. So this is how it looks. Compute the carry for each stage. Note that c in is equivalent to c naught in the arithmetic equation for carry look ahead computation. Okay, so c naught I have used it in the block diagram. I have used c naught, but I'm using c in here. Okay, so this one observation you can look at. So C1, so the same expression plus is there, I have used or symbol and I have used ampersand, bitwise and. Okay, again every time I have to write assign 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 4 times. No, that's why comma operator is used. If you are feeling not comfortable, you can put the semicolon and then you can write one more assign here. Okay, so that is the idea. So C2 equal to G1, again where plus is there or and. Okay, so any number of and you can use P1 and P0 and C. Okay, C3 equal to G2, this is and here. Okay, this is or. So 3 signals are there here, 4. Okay, I will not read out, so hope you understand that how I written. So just the same boolean expression what we have done design. So you have to change plus with or symbol, and how many dot you have, that you have to replace it by and. Multiplication you have to write ampersand. Okay, so give the space so that it will be readability, it looks good. See here. Okay, so if you write everything together, so it looks like congested. Okay, so you could not able to read it properly, which is subscript, which is this one. Okay, so these are the 4 assign signals. Okay, for carry. So what you left out now, the final one, the sum. Okay, so which they based on this carry generation, and the final C out is assigned to C4. Okay, that we have to do at the end. C4 sum 4-bit 4 are there. No, sum is again declared as vector. That's why sum of 0, sum of 1, sum of 2, sum of 3 are written. So it is expression is P naught C in, P1 C1, P2 C2, P3 C3, and final C4 is assigned to C out here. Separate assign statement I have written to assign the C4, whatever computed will be assigned to C out. So this is the idea of the 4-bit carry look ahead adder. Okay, so any doubts here? So this is the idea. So just recall. So this block diagram is the important, right? So how it is generated. So then this truth table. Okay, so this is the equation. Okay, so the same expression 1-bit full adder, I have substituted here a XOR b as b and a dot b as g. Okay, for n bit you have to make it I, so that I you have to substitute from 0 to that many values. Okay, fine. So hope you have understood. next video we'll look at the last example, that is ripple carry counter using data flow operators. Okay, so the stimulus module and simulation output you carry on. Okay, thank you, we'll see in the next video.